All right, guys, so we have our notebooks. We're good? Okay,
Yeah.
so before we start our sheet, let's review all the ways. So add 1 to the quotient. What's another one?
The remainder is the answer.
And then what's our other one? Remember, one of them we don't really use.
Ignore.
Ignore the remainder. All right, so Caroline, I want you to read underneath, add 1 to the quotient.
No one or nothing left behind. Examples: cars, bus, or tables needed.
So remember, the cars, buses, tables needed are just like our keywords that can be in our what?
Word problem.
Word problems, right? Those are ones we want to look out for because that may help us decide, oh, I'm adding 1 to the quotient. All right, Ella, I want you to read the remainder as the answer. All right, so y'all turn it so that you're able to see your remainder as the answer.
How many are not used? Example, leftover, not used, not filled, etc.
Okay, so if there's something where it's talking about the extra, leftover, not used, those are our keywords that we see in our word problems that may help us decide on what we're going to do with that remainder, right? All right, Junebug. So our last one is what? The remainder is the answer.
How many are
How many are not used? Yeah, and not filled, right?
Yes.
So when we ignore the remainder, there is not enough to add another whatever it's asking for, right? Okay, so that's our refresh. It's right here as well, but you have your notebook. That's our little anchor chart that I pulled down for us. Okay, let's look at the first problem. So when we're doing word problems, what do I encourage you to do when we're solving for a word problem?
Imagine it.
Imagine it. What does that mean? What does that look like?
Picture in your brain.
Yeah, because word problems, they can cause, we can get anxious with word problems, right? We don't want to do that. I always encourage y'all to take it out and to put it into real life, right? So I want us to do that for our problems, okay?
Yeah.
So let's read through the first problem, then let's kind of break down the problem, and then so that's how we're going to do each problem. We're going to read it together, okay? You're going to solve it on your own, and then we're going to talk about our numbers, and then decide as a group what we're going to do with the remainder, okay? All right, so I'll read the first one. So Tiffany had 414 photos to put in a photo album. If each page holds 7 photos, how many pages will she need to fit all of her photos? All right, so let's underline our stuff, just so we aren't worried about anything else besides our key phrases and numbers. So first thing we need to underline is what? The 414
photos.
Yeah. Okay, and what are we picturing when we see that? What are we picturing on this table?
Like
414
Yeah, we're like, okay, here are a photo album, like a photo album, and all of our photos are spread out, and what are we doing on each page?
Adding them to the book.
Yeah, it's set. We can only put 7 on each page. That's our next thing we need to underline. Each page holds 7 photos, so let's underline each page holds 7 photos. All right, so all of that is our what? Information. But we have to make sure we answer the what?
Question.
We have to answer the question, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes the information just helps us answer the what? Question. So we get everything out that's important and then make sure our number answers what it's asking, right? So let's go to our question. So our question starts with how and ends with what? Photos. So the question that we have to answer is how many pages will she need to fit all of her photos? So let's underline how many pages fit all photos. Okay, so first thing I want y'all to do is I want you to solve this problem on your whiteboards. Solve them on your whiteboards. So remember, what's our highest place value in our dividend? 14. So our highest place value is hundreds. So that means we have to split it into 3 place values, right? 400, 10, 4 ones, dividing 7. Okay, and what do we always make sure we list?
Our multiples.
Multiples. 7, 14, 21, 28. Let's do this one together, guys, and then I'll have y'all like 42, 49, 56, and what? 63. Remember, we always stop at our last multiple. 42. Yeah, I got you. Wait, we're going, baby. 42, what's up? 42. 49. All right, guys. So first things first. If I'm trying to make a group of 7, I have 4. Can I make a group?
No.
No. So I put a
0.
0 up here, and then I also subtract
0.
0. 7 times 0 is 0. And then if I take away 0 from 4, I'm left with
4.
Okay. So now 41. Do we see 41 up here?
No.
No, but what's the closest without going what?
35.
Yeah, because can we go over?
No.
No. So our closest number, even though 42 is the closest one, it's going over. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5. So that's our 5th multiple. All right, remember, basic subtraction still matters, right? Even though we're doing division, do we just forget about our basic subtraction?
No.
No. Because if I have 1, can I give Junebug 5?
No.
Nope, I gotta borrow, right? If I have 11, can I now give Evan 5?
Yes.
Oh, once again, I don't see 64 on my multiples list. So Caroline, if I don't see 64, what do I look for in my multiples?
The closest one without going over.
Yeah, and which one is that?
63.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And because I could not divide that equally, I'm always going to be left with a what? Remainder. And my remainder is always in my what place value?
Ones.
Ones. Okay, so now guys, let's talk about what these numbers represent. So we know that my quotient's where? Up top, right? My remainder is always in what place value?
The ones.
Ones. So this is telling me that I can make, I have 59 pages that are filled with how many?
7.
7. Good job. And then I have one photo, what?
Left.
And when we talk about things not being left behind, tell me, touch your nose when you figured out which spot that goes under. If nothing wants to be left behind, no one gets left out. All right, Evan, what do we think?
Add 1 to the quotient.
We agree?
Yes.
Agree?
Yeah.
Yes. So instead of needing 59 pages, I'm going to need how many?
60.
So on my answer, on my sheet, what do I need to put?
60.
Because again, do we answer questions with it saying how many pages will she need to fit all of her photos? I would need 59 remainder 1 pages.
No.
Is that what I would say? No, because I need to add 1 to the quotient. Very good. Good job, guys. All right, let's erase our boards. All right, Ella, I want you to read number 2 for us. Wait, so how do you, I'm sorry.
An industrial machine can make 358 crayons a day. If each box of crayons has 7 crayons in it, how many full boxes does the machine make a day?
Okay, so first things first, what do we need to do?
Picture it in our heads.
Picture it in our heads. We're imagining all these crayons, right? And we're imagining some boxes. And what can we put into each box?
7.
Crayons.
Crayons, but how many?
7.
7. We don't want to cram any in there, and you obviously don't want to short the box, right? So I want you, person next to you, so Junebug and Evan, Ella and Caroline, I want y'all to work through this problem together. So talk about what you're doing with each step. So what I would recommend is maybe both of you solving it on your own on your whiteboards, and then coming back together to talk about what keywords should you underline in the word problem. What word stands out to you that's telling you what to do with the remainder, okay? And I'll be you need anything, I'm right here. Oh, 4 to 7. Should have just left our multiples up there. Oops. At least y'all know them really fast now. One bit. Same number. These 4 numbers get left out. No number left behind. Oh, wait. It's this one. 56. I think you were just thinking about 63. So about 63. What's that, babe? 3 minus 0 is what? If I have 3 and I take 0 away. Gotcha. Job. Oh, rocking it. Now I want you to work with your partner. I want you to talk about what these numbers represent. Like, what does your quotient, and then what does your remainder stand for? Okay.
Since it's like crayons.
The remainder
Would
so 52
I
crayons
see.
means like
Would
if
ignore the
7 crayons in
remainder
each box, you have
Yeah.
51
I
seven.
wouldn't
Yeah,
be
so
happy
you
if I got
wouldn't
one
want to buy like
box
a
that
crayon
said
box
had
of like
7.
2 or something
Yeah,
like that.
you only get
So
like one color.
you just ignore the remainder and just like
And like
yeah.
Okay.
so you don't want to get that box.
What words in this problem help you figure out what you're gonna do with the remainder? Like, what does it say here? Like, each box 7 crayons, and how many full boxes is the machine? Is there any word in here that helps you visualize what you're gonna do with that remainder?
It says how many full boxes can the
Yeah, what
machine
word?
make a day?
Full. Full. Is that a key word?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's underline that one.
Does the machine?
Girls, what word did you see in here that helps you figure
How
out?
many full boxes?
Full. Is that a key word of ours?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to look at your flap and point to what you think we're doing. Everyone agrees. That's awesome. So if we counted the remainder as a box, would that box be full?
No.
No.
No. How many would be in that box?
1.
How many are supposed to be in there?
7. And say
So-
the color was white.
Yeah, it wouldn't even show up. So ignore the remainder. The question's the answer, right? So for our answer, it'd be what? 51. So sure, our division problem is 51, remainder 1, but that's not what it's asking, right? It's not asking you just to solve the problem. It's asking how many what?
Crayons.
Not just crayons, but how many
Full boxes.
full boxes. Because if it said boxes, that would be a different story, right? But it wants to be full boxes. Okay. All right, so number 3. All right, our tables one. Okay, so there are 438 people attending a luncheon. If a table can hold 5 people, how many tables do they need? All right, so let's underline our first number. So imagine 438 people lined up, right? And then what else are you visualizing? Each person, each table can hold how many of those people?
5 people.
5. So that's important as well. So let's underline table can hold 5 people. And then let's also underline with questions asking. What is it asking? How many what?
Do they need?
How how many tables do they need? Okay, so I'm going to solve this, okay? I want y'all to tell me the steps, but then I want us to talk together about what our numbers are representing in this problem, okay? So I'm dividing my people, which is how many people do I have?
400.
$400.
Yep. And I'm splitting them up into tables in groups of what?
5.